Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
There are 2 boil orders that were issued today. Good evening, I'm Carly Bell. Thanks for joining us. The Coolville Water Department announced a boil order for all of the village of Coolville from today until 3 p.m. on Saturday, April 2nd, 2016. And the Nelsonville Water Department also announced that a boil order has been issued for Robbins Road, Riverside Drive, and West Canal Street from State Route 278 to September Street. Drinking the water while under the boil order may cause many illnesses. Always bring the water to a full boil for 3 minutes before the use of the water. The Nelsonville City Council is reviewing an ordinance that will charge a $25 per unit registration fee for each of the city's rented dwelling units. This will affect approximately 12,000 rented dwellings in the city. The $25 fee would raise $30,000 annually for the city of Nelsonville, but some citizens are wary of the steep fee. On Tuesday, the Athens County Commissioners approved additional engineering and expansion of the Route 50 West Sanitary Sewer Project. The approved addition will bring the project from 30% completion to 60% completion. This will raise the total cost to more than $800,000. The Athens Police Department is requesting any information pertaining to the Athens serial rapist. They are currently investigating 3 assaults which took place in Athens between 2006 and 2015. The suspect of these assaults has been described as a white male in his late 20s to early 30s. 5'8" to 5'9" tall, weighing approximately 160 pounds. The Athens County Crime Solvers Anonymous is offering a $2,000 cash reward for information that leads to the arrest or indictment of the person responsible. If you or anyone you know has information about the assaults, please provide it to the Athens Police Department at 740-594-3331. Ohio utility regulators have set votes on 2 proposed energy deals. The power purchase agreements from First Energy and AEP were submitted separately in December, but the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio has added the proposals to its agenda for Thursday. The proposals ask regulators to permit rate increases over the next 8 years to subsidize coal and nuclear plants, modernize the power grid, reduce carbon emissions, and guarantee profits. The settlements could cost consumers, though, $5.9 billion.
Good evening and welcome to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Ananda Harris, and it's officially spring here in Ohio. We saw sunny skies and beautiful conditions across the region today. Currently in Athens, it is 72 degrees, a very mild evening with partly cloudy skies and winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour. As we go overnight, though, we will see temperatures start to drop into the mid-50s. 57 degrees by 4 a.m. We will stay dry, however, for much of the night. But we'll start to see that chance for rain as we move into the morning and we see that low pressure system push into the region. Across the board tonight, we'll see similar conditions to Athens with lows all in the mid-50s, 56 in Columbus and 54 in New Martinsville. Over to you, Carly.
Thanks a lot, Ananda. Do the crime, do the time. Usually that means spending time in a jail for an offense. But as Dave Suss explains, one man is serving his time outdoors where everyone can learn just exactly what he did.
Greg Davenport found out there's a price to pay for breaking the law. His punishment is carrying a sign that says, "I am a thief."
Well, every minute, every time I see him come past that window, I just look like, man, did he really steal that? What did he do to do the crime, you know?
People driving by could read the sign. And maybe the horn honking was encouragement to obey the law. He told me he got caught taking a 52-inch TV out of Walmart.
I stole, I got punished, and that's it.
The Youngstown man in his mid-40s pleaded no contest. He could choose 30 days in jail where no one would see him, or walking 10 8-hour days with the sign where everyone would see him.
For 2 TVs, which seem to be quite pricey, I would think there might be a stiffer penalty.
Greg talked plenty with me as I walked along the street with him, but he was extremely shy about going on camera. The main part of the story that he wanted told was that he accepted this punishment so he could still take care of his parents. The story of Greg Davenport includes numerous pickups for petty theft, though, in places like Austintown, Boardman, Canfield, and now Liberty. This crime diversion attempt could be his last attempt to change.
Maybe you can get to somebody, maybe you can get to their inner side. Maybe they're a little embarrassed by the fact that they have to hold a sign up. So it might affect some of these individuals, so I'm all for it.
Someone checks every other hour to make sure Greg is walking the street. In Kentucky, a bill that would allow nonviolent felons to have criminal records erased passed the Kentucky Senate, and the legislation allows many people convicted of Class D felonies the opportunity to go to court. Offenders have to wait, though, 5 years before trying to get their records expunged. It doesn't apply to people convicted of violent crimes or sex offenses. In West Virginia, counties can now decide if they want local restaurants and businesses to serve alcohol on Sunday mornings. Governor Tomlin signed the bill on Tuesday. The bill allows counties to hold referendums to move the start of Sunday alcohol sales from 1 p.m. to 10 a.m. One airline's pilots are asking for a raise. We'll have details on that story. Plus, one sports team is raising money to help out the town of Flint deal with its water crisis. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
First, the FBI wanted information from Apple, and now Apple wants info from the feds. Apple wants to know how the FBI managed to unlock the iPhone of the San Bernardino terrorist Syed Farouk. The feds used a third party to break into the phone instead of Apple. The tech company is afraid the FBI might have exploited a security flaw that could put customer information at risk. As of now, the FBI is not showing any interest in helping Apple. Farouk and his wife killed 14 people in December. Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are in the race's most bitter and personal fight. During a CNN town hall, the candidates spoke about their wives, the tone of the election, and the importance of winning Wisconsin's 42 delegates. Mary Maloney reports.
The Republican race for president getting more surreal by the day.
I think there is no place in politics for insults, for personal attacks, for going to the gutter.
I didn't start it.
Okay,
I didn't start it.
But sir, with all due respect, that's the argument of a 5-year-old.
I didn't start it. No, it's not the.
Yeah,
no, it's
the argument of a 5-year-old is he started it.
You would say that. That's the problem with our country.
Every parent knows a kid who says he started
Excuse me. No. That's the problem. Exactly that thinking is the problem this country has. I did not start this. My biggest problems are repeats and retweets.
And there should be no place for physical violence either.
Donald Trump's campaign manager arrested and charged with the battery of a former reporter. Trump says he won't fire his campaign manager and blamed the accuser.
She shouldn't have been touching me, okay? And you saw that she did that.
Yeah,
she was grabbing me twice. I looked at her. In fact, one of the great pictures is me going like this, like, get away from me. Who is this person? I would have loved to have fired him. It would have been much easier than talking to you about this all night long.
It shouldn't be complicated that members of a campaign staff should not be physically assaulting the press.
If Donald Trump is the GOP nominee, would you support him?
Let me tell you my solution to that. Donald is not going to be the GOP nominee. We're going to beat him.
He doesn't have to support me.
But John Kasich making his case to stay in the race.
I've not gotten down in the mud. I haven't name called. I haven't had all these, nasty sound bites. I've just been laying out my record and my vision for what I want to see happen.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
The Republican candidates are now setting their eyes towards next week's primary in the state of Wisconsin, set for Tuesday, April 5th. The owner of the Detroit Pistons is teaming up with Huntington Bank to help Flint with its water crisis. Pistons owner Tom Gores and the CEO of Huntington Bank plan to give $25 million to the city. Of that money, $22 million will be in loans for small businesses. $2 million will also be spent on mortgage financing, and another $1 million will be given out in grants to bolster businesses damaged by the water crisis. Flint's economy has struggled since the slowdown in the U.S. auto industry, and the water crisis has made it even worse. In a statement, Gores said, quote, "This partnership signifies the momentum we need for the future of Flint." Pilots for Delta Airlines are asking for a big raise. They want a 40% pay hike over the next 3 years. The pilots union says when Delta merged with Northwest Airlines, pilots took a steep pay cut to try and keep the carriers out of bankruptcy. But their pay was cut again when the airline actually filed for bankruptcy. According to Kit Darby, an expert on pilot pay, starting first officers at Delta today earn an average about $68,000 in base pay, while most senior captains earn about $261,000. That's less than comparable pilots at United and American, as well as those at major cargo carriers like FedEx and UPS. Boeing has announced it will cut 4,000 jobs by June. The aircraft maker said it should be able to achieve the job reductions through normal attrition, voluntary buyouts, and leaving open positions unfilled. A spokesperson for the company says they will only use involuntary layoffs as a last resort. According to company filings, Boeing has trimmed 13,000 jobs since the end of 2012. On Wall Street today, stocks closed at 2016 highs. Here's a look at stocks of local interest.
And it may be hard to believe after all this sunshine today, but storms may be in the forecast. After that, weekend might be chilly. That plus your extended forecast coming up on Newswatch.
Student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Ananda Harris. Currently in Athens, it is 72 degrees with partly cloudy skies. A beautiful day today. And our almanac shows us we were a little bit above normal for our high today. However, our low is a bit on the chilly side this morning at 30 degrees, about 7 degrees below the average. And if we take a look at our sunset, 7:50, we're getting over 12 hours of sunlight today. Here's our precipcast showing us high pressure off the east coast was giving us our nice conditions today. However, if we look over to the west, there is a low pressure system coming through, and that'll start moving eastward tonight. But it won't get too far into the region until tomorrow, when we'll start to see precipitation. That system will bring with it showers and possible thunderstorms in the afternoon hours. Tonight, though, we will see dry conditions across the region. And right now, it's still pretty dry, 72 in Athens, and over in Columbus, 69 degrees, and 76 down in Ironton. And overnight, we'll go through, and temperatures will jump down to 57 degrees by 4 a.m. We'll start seeing that slight chance for precipitation, but you shouldn't have to worry too much until morning hours. Overnight, we will get down to 57, increasing clouds. Winds will calm down a bit, but those will start picking back up as we see that system moving into the region. Overnight, 57 the low in Athens, 55 over in Chillicothe, and 55 also down in Ironton. Pretty uniform across the board, and as I said, we won't really see a huge chance for rain until tomorrow, so don't worry if you're going out tonight. Probably won't need any umbrellas or anything. However, as we go toward tomorrow morning, make sure you bring an umbrella for your kids at the bus stop. We will be seeing that chance for rain. If it's not raining in the morning when you go out for your commute, it will be raining when you go back home. And we'll jump to 58 degrees by 9 a.m. and 64 degrees by noon. But as that rain comes in, it will keep our temperatures pretty chilly, 57 degrees by 4 p.m. And tomorrow, as I said, 66 degrees are high, chance for thunderstorms. And with those, our biggest threat will probably be some gusty winds. Winds could gust over 30 miles per hour. There's also a chance for heavy rain, maybe some flash flooding, but nothing too bad to worry about. That rain will continue into Friday, though, as well. And tomorrow, highs across the regions all in the low to mid 60s. Our chilliest up in Columbus, 63 degrees, and getting a little bit warmer down to the south in Ironton at 69. Taking a look at our 7-day, we will see our greatest chance for rain this week on Thursday and Friday. After that, we'll see our cold front push through into the region, giving us a little bit chillier of a weekend. However, it will be sunny, so kind of a trade-off, no rain, but a little bit chillier. Our lows this weekend, getting all the way down to 30. We will start to warm back up, though, as we go into Monday, 68 the high. But we will start to cool back down. We'll see another cold front move in on Monday with a chance for rain. And on Wednesday, we'll start to warm back up, 63 degrees, but temperatures will be variable all through the week, and we may see a chance for snow even later in the week. Over to you, Carly.
Thanks a lot, Ananda. With our busy modern lives, getting the sleep we need is more important than ever. In today's Health Minute, a few practical sleep ideas to get on the express train to dreamland. Here's Andy Rose.
Sleep is so essential to us performing at our best every day. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't get the rest our body needs. Here's some practical tips from experts to change that. Skip that nightcap. Researchers have found an alcoholic drink before bed can lead to more shallow sleep. That puts you in danger of developing a negative sleep cycle, where you're reaching for sedatives to help you sleep, or during the day you're slamming down the caffeine or sugar to stay awake. If you do want to wet your palate, experts suggest drinking a hot, non-alcoholic beverage that doesn't contain caffeine, of course. Turn off those gadgets. Blue lights coming from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop can suppress melatonin, a hormone that helps you get those Z's. Lastly, how about hitting the gym? Experts say that can really help you get a good night's sleep. They suggest getting in a workout about 6 hours before you go to bed. That's because your body stays overheated for several hours after vigorous exercise, causing wakefulness. Experts say exercise too late in the day can cause insomnia. The fight to get the sleep you need is a fight indeed. For today's Health Minute, I'm Andy Rose.
Thanks a lot, Andy. You get to see my face some more. Here in sports, some Ohio Bobcats earned academic honors from the MAC. I love that list. Plus, Ohio baseball hosted a Big Ten opponent last night at Bob Wren. Of the recap of the Buckeye v. Bobcat matchup and more when Newswatch Sports takes over.
really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back. I'm Carly Bell here in News and Sports. Ohio baseball fell Tuesday night to the in-state rival of Ohio State by a score of 6-3. Ohio fell behind early as an error led to a Buckeyes sac fly and a two-run homer to give Ohio State a 4-0 lead by the top of the second inning. Although 7 Bobcats finished the contest with a hit, they didn't notch a run until the 6th on a Tony Giannini sac fly. 3 Bobcat pitchers gave up a total of 5 earned runs, with Logan Jasek getting the loss after just 2 innings pitched and picking up 3 earned runs. With the loss, the Bobcats now sit at 10-14 on the year. They'll hit the road on Friday when they take on the Ball State Cardinals in Muncie, Indiana. The Mid-American Conference announced today that Ohio's Kelly Carlis was named to the 2016 Academic All-MAC women's basketball team. The redshirt freshman is a pre-physical therapy major with a 3.6 GPA and averaged 18 minutes a game and 3.8 points a game this season. 32 games off the bench, Carlis tallied a season-high 13 points twice on the 2016 campaign and ranked 4th on the team with total rebounds racking up 132 on the season. Along with Carlis, 18 members of the Ohio's track and field team were named Academic All-Conference. All 18 have a cumulative GPA of at least 3.2 and have competed in at least 50% of the team events. Headlining the group are Shanda Cuckler, a senior nursing major with a 3.6 GPA, sophomore Courtney Guiley, a pre-med major with a 3.9 GPA, and Hannah Wishart, a junior econ major with a 3.8 GPA. Ohio will race at home, their only home meet of the season, this Saturday in the annual Cherry Blossom Invitational. Off the track, and let's go to the Diamond. Spring training is winding down, but the Cleveland Indians, they're still at work in the desert. On Tuesday, the Tribe's doubleheader ended in a 1-1 tie with the Angels and a 4-1 victory over the Mariners. With just 4 more spring training matchups, Cleveland is looking forward to opening day on April 4th. They recently announced pitchers Cody Anderson and Josh Tomlin both earned a spot in the starting rotation, while Trevor Bauer fell into a bullpen spot. The Indians are busy battling the Dodgers right now, the score being 4-2 Cleveland in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they fell to the New York Yankees yesterday afternoon by a score of 5-4. CC Sabathia pitched 4 innings for the Yanks, allowing 3 hits and 2 earned runs for the Bucks. Josh Harrison led the way with 2 hits, and Starling Marte added 1 run on 1 hit. Newly added David Freese started at first base for Pittsburgh and chipped in a hit on the afternoon. The Pirates tied the Red Sox this afternoon at 4 apiece. The Pirates will open the 2016 season by hosting St. Louis on Sunday. and announced University of Pittsburgh running back James Conner will throw out the first pitch. Conner was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in December. In another part of the Cactus League, the Cincinnati Reds, they toppled the Milwaukee Brewers 9-2 yesterday. Cincinnati's Adam Duvall played a monster game, belting a 3-run homer in the 9th and driving in 4 total runs on the afternoon. Jordan Pacheco chipped in a single and an RBI double. And Scott Schebler, recorded 3 hits and an RBI for Cincinnati. The Reds are currently playing the Chicago White Sox. The score at the moment, is 6-3 Cincinnati in the bottom of the 8th inning. After a tumultuous offseason, Duvall, Pacheco, and Schebler are all fighting for roster spots before the Reds host Philly on Monday as a part of MLB's opening day. Cleveland Cavaliers, they squandered a 20-point lead on their way to Tuesday night's loss against the Houston Rockets. In the home stretch of the regular season, the Cavs, they still hold first place in the East by just 2.5 games. LBJ did not play Tuesday, though, due to rest, and instead, Cleveland was led by Kyrie Irving, who finished with 31 points. Houston was down 19 at half. James Harden finished with 27 points, shooting 50% to lead the comeback, helping the Rockets take the lead for good. Just under 4 minutes left in the contest. The Cavs look to rebound on Thursday against the Brooklyn Nets. The U.S. men's national team picked up a huge win yesterday when it defeated Guatemala 4-0. Captain Clint Dempsey broke it open with a goal in the 12th minute, giving him sole possession of most world qualifying goals in men's national team history with 14. The Americans scored 3 more goals in the contest, and goalie Brad Guzin made 2 saves to maintain the shutout. Despite the win, though, U.S. did not make the cut for the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Olympics, marking the first time in almost 50 years the men's national team has missed consecutive Olympics. The U.S., though, they'll try and pick up world qualifying qualification when that play picks up in September. That's all we got in sports, but even though we always talk about sports logos as the Bears and the Cubs and everything like that, there's another bear called a panda. And even pandas, they're apparently obsessed with selfies. Just take a look at this giant panda cub at Duzhangi's Giant Panda Conservation and Research Center in southwest China. Mayomi, the panda, was spending time with his human foster dad on Monday, and their bonding including hugging, kissing, and taking multiple selfies together. That's just an adorable story. I absolutely love stuff like that. But let's throw it over to Ananda for our Mother's Weekend forecast.
Thanks, Carly. Well, right now we have a beautiful end to a beautiful day. 72 degrees right now in Athens, winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour. As we go overnight, we will see temperatures drop down a little bit. We're going to be at 57 degrees by 4 a.m. with a slight chance for rain. The real chance for rain will come tomorrow, though, as we see low pressure move into the region. We'll have that rain stick around probably through Friday, but then we will clear up for Mother's Weekend at Ohio University. Temperatures will be a little bit on the chilly side, though. The highs this weekend only 59 on Saturday and 50 degrees on Sunday. Lows will drop into the 30s, and on Monday we'll still be a bit chilly for our lows, but we'll move back up for the high of 68 before another cold front moves in. Over to you, Carly.
Thanks a lot, Ananda. Stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Carly Bell. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime online at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
Students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.